We get to certain places in life where things happened. You were once so convinced of what your future was going to be like, and you had so much hope and fire and enthusiasm. You're young. All the hormones are in the right place, so you've got energy. You could eat anything you want and wouldn't gain weight. But then life changes, right? Things get out of balance, and you do start putting on that weight. You're not who you used to be, it feels like. And you start to get lost. You start to lose sight of things because you don't have the drive. You don't have the sense of direction that you once had. Well, let me tell you something. There is certainly a lot of chemical reasons for this. And this is something that I think a lot of us miss, because I know I did. I remember back in 2011 going through the most extreme emotional experience that I've ever been through. And I never, again, had experienced anything like that before. And when it gets like that, it can be terrifying. And I came out of that with a newfound respect for anybody who says they suffer from panic attacks or anxiety or depression, that these are things when your emotions are overpowered that are very difficult to deal with and overcome. Believe me, I know that firsthand. But then in January of 2016, wasn't feeling too well physically. And so I took steps to start to look very closely at the reasons why. And so I was thinking, well, I need to go to the doctor and get my blood checked. There's got to be something seriously wrong with me. Even though I kept a pretty healthy diet in the common sense of the term, it wasn't enough. And that's what happened to me. And I found out about the ketogenic diet in January of 2016, and my life forever changed. Not just because of the results of the diet, but because of what I've learned. One thing is for sure is that I realized how many parts of our mentality and psychology and emotion are affected by what we put in our body. I mean, the mind is really influenced by hormones, chemicals, right? So that's why certain chemicals will work for people when it comes to dealing with stress or anxiety or depression. Some of these chemicals, with all the side effects, they do actually make a difference. I'm not saying I recommend them, but the reason why they make a difference is because a lot of this is chemical influence. What does this have to do with finding your way again? Well, part of that feeling of feeling lost is the fact that you are emotionally confused. You're psychologically confused, and you'd be surprised at how much is being determined by your diet, by your nutrition, what you put in your body. And so again, I learned that so much of what I was feeling and thinking was very much affected by what I ate and what I did physically. And so I needed to change that. And so if there was any step one in a general sense to find your way again, I got to say, man, get your health in order. Those soft drinks are killing you. Those energy drinks are killing you. All the condiments you use on your salads, and they're killing you, man. You know, the sugar in your coffee, that's killing you. The cake, the cookies, and then get over into all the gluten and the grains and all of these things, man, this stuff will damage you. It all converts to sugar. And that sugar is it's white death. It's one of the most destructive things that you can put in your body. Now, I do splurge. I'm not saying I don't, but in general, man, I don't eat that stuff. I don't. And it's made a tremendous impact on my life. And then taking in enormous amounts of fresh green vegetables. Oh, that's done so much because I didn't realize the deficiencies I had in minerals and vitamins. And all of these things have gone to help me get direction in life because they help sleep, they help attitude, you feel better, you feel more energetic. You have 50% less of a pile of junk that you got to wade through to try and find direction again. Why make it harder? Why make it harder with bad nutrition? Clean that stuff up, and then get out there and get training and build some muscle, lose some fat because you'll feel better about yourself. It'll be that much easier for you to find direction again. Believe me. Suddenly then what you face is not going to be so intimidating anymore because you're going to be stronger physically, you're just going to feel better. Man, that's important. It's so important when it comes to finding direction in life because it's easier that way. You're not as lost as you think you are. It's not as bad as you think it is. The circumstances are not as bad as you believe them to be. You can find your way out, but get your life in order first. Set things in order. What does that mean? You got to put the first things first. What's the most important thing that you need to pay attention to right now? Is it a relationship? Is it your health? Is it finances? What's the most important thing for you to focus on? Get your house in order first so that you know what you have. You know your starting point. Get to really analyzing your abilities, interests, and passions because they're going to be a determining factor as you move forward. And that's really important for those of us who've reached middle age because it's the days of retiring at 65 for most of us are over. We're going to be working well beyond the age of 65. You want to make sure it's in something that has lasting value. You want to make sure it's something that you're happy or pleased with or happy to do for the rest of your life. You can find that direction again. Most of this stuff is just going on in your head and your emotions, man. Most of it is just an illusion. You can push past all that. Can you dig it? I hope you can. This is CJ the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.